This door. It is the same as that in our chapel. Accessible only to the combined energies of 2 Technomancers. The entrance. And beyond, the main... where we must go.
For being so old, it's in great condition. What exactly, Master, is inside the dome?
Knowledge. The very essence of knowledge, even. Creatures do not belong here. Their very presence is a danger to the relics. We must seek out their origin. I remember well the first time I came here. I was fascinated. I really thought I was part of an elite. I've become disillusioned since then. If all this knowledge indeed gives us some sort of power, we are still faced with so many obstacles that we can't do anything with it. It's more of a danger for us than a tool. This is the main room. The console over there. Activate it, and heed its words.
Will do.
Witness registration, March 17th, 2076. Subject 12. The subject appears acclimatized, pulse elevated but steady, unaffected by any visible health concerns. James, how do you feel?
Great! So alive! My heart's racing and I feel like I can take on the world. And I'm being honest here, it's a bit overwhelming.
Subject self-report is consistent and substantiated with our measurements of him and other subjects, all of whom produce EEGs indicating activity levels acutely higher than any ever associated with a human not subjected to the mutation. The only adverse side effect, it appears, is the near tenfold increase in corporeal and cerebral electricity. Dangerous levels that will necessitate the urgent invention of a device capable of evacuating such surplus in order to avoid subject injury.
This man talking about technomancy, about mutations, as if... I can't believe.
And yet it still might be so. This recording dates to the first settlers. Speaks of the first Technomancers. Shocking, perhaps. Where did you think our abilities came from? A divine power?
I don't... But we have no physical signs of mutation, and I don't know any mutant that has our gifts.
And why should any of those things matter? Might not our mutation simply be of a different form? This brings us to the most important point. What you have seen unifies us, unifies the Technomancers. This secret must be kept from all other humans. If this information was discovered by, say, the ASC, we would become nothing but slaves. Our situation is already incredibly undesirable. We are not only isolated, but used as human bombs. Take a walk by the mutant pen in the slums one day. That is what our lives could have been. Don't be dismayed. I have been through this as well, so have all the other Technomancer officers in abundance. Knowledge of this revelation makes you one of us now, more so than your skills. But now is time to deal with the creatures infesting the dome. It would be a real shame if the installations here are damaged, for we will no longer be able to hold initiation trials here.
Yes. Yes, of course, Master. I haven't found an opening yet, so... they're in the dome.
Then that's where we must go. I will divert the attention of these creatures. At the base of the dome, you will find your entry point. If you have swarmed here, they must have dug a passage.
I'm on it.
bore witness to the secret with your own eyes, who knows in your heart of hearts that the revelation that he bears is true, and who has understood that this knowledge could cast us into endless pits of despair. As you drink the sap of the world, the water that feeds our lives, abandon the one you thought you were, and instead become our brother, Technomancer. Together we have shared the water and secret. Can you swear to forever protect the knowledge of the Earth and to dedicate your life to finding it again? To defend and protect our secret, even with the sacrifice of your life, if need be?
I swear.
Then, welcome, my brother.
I know you must be troubled by what you've learned, and I assure you that it's no less troubling to me. But be proud of what you are, and know, no matter what, we are by your side. And that this initiation, as horrid as it may be, makes you forever our brother.
You showed the courage of lions beneath the dome, and for it, you have been made an officer. So I imagine, now that you no longer need my guidance, it will send me elsewhere, with the great and endless pride of having been your teacher over these few years.
The honor was mine, Master.
No, not Master. It's just Sean now.
Go. Take your assignment as an officer. Count the blessings you've amounted, those that allowed you to avoid the front thus far. Captain Eliza is waiting in the barracks. She's harsh, but fair. But before you find her, we all know the regulations. Technomancers get no leave from the front in times of war. So being here, I can't even sneeze without a report being written up. But you have a free pass. I need you to go to the exchange district for me. There's an itinerant merchant there who was supposed to arrive yesterday. Just meet with him. The merchants have no ties to abundance and travel among us like shadows. They hear things, whispered things, and pay people to forget they are there. I'm looking for information on any archaeological discoveries that could expose the Earthlings. Information that would help protect our secret. Ask him if they've heard of any such finds.
Yes, Great Master, as you wish.
Good, Zachariah. But take care that not a single soul knows what you're after. Not a single soul can hear your exchange with the merchants.
Lieutenant Zachariah Mancer? Your reputation precedes you. A promotion well deserved, I hear. I'm Quartermaster Ryan Stewart, in charge of logistics in this barracks. Equipment problems or improvement, or you need to collect your pay? I'm your man.
Pleasure, Quartermaster.
Lieutenant Zachariah Mancer. I think congratulations are in order. Captain Eliza Major, welcome to my unit.
The honor is mine, Captain.
For now, we're stationed in town and focusing on missions intended to maintain order and safety among the civilians. Here are the two other fine soldiers making up your unit for the time being, David Ward and Jeffrey Hunter.
My pleasure, Lieutenant. Congratulations, and...
Leave the ass-kissing for later, soldier. Lieutenant?
Yes, sir, Captain.
Excellent. Moving on to more pressing matters, our mission just came in, and it's aimed at smothering regime opposition. According to the intel the ASC gave us, those terrorists live in the slums and are plotting several attacks to undermine our corporation. Your mission is to infiltrate the terrorists, stop the attacks, and find your way to their leader, Bulgakov. Orders are to capture Bulgakov alive. We're going to drain him for intel about other terrorist cells and dismantle the entire network. So beat him only as much as you need to take him.
You got it, Captain.
Move quickly. The longer you take, the more risk there is to the citizens of Ophir, and I won't have that. Before you go, though, there's one more mission, one requiring speed and discretion. We have deserters in our ranks, Lieutenant. Deserters planning to flee like rats through the city's underground. That won't happen. Do you understand me? You find them, and you eliminate them, each and every one. That seems harsh to you. Setbacks against Aurora have ruined our reputation, to the point that every action we take is scrutinized and extorted by those seeking to gain from our fall. A mass desertion would spell scandal if it became public. You catch them before any word of their escape comes out. So move, now! You only have a few hours.
Sea Chief? Yeah, sure. He's the head of the intelligence services. Spies and rebels. But you know that already. Why are you asking? Is this a test?
No, just interested in hearing what you think of the guy.
I don't. I don't think anything about it. Let's just leave it at that. Why? You work for else knows. The abundance from enemies and rebels. Is that the right answer? Do I earn my merit badge?
David, listen. You don't...
You go to your little pros, cut off from the world, then just show up all clean and well-fed with your weird-ass powers, and poof, just take other officers' positions without earning them. You don't have a damn clue what war is. Never been to the front lines. Let me tell you, I have. Even fought alongside some of your so-called masters. Day in and day out, we fought together. And day in and day out, they had more respect for our damn enemies than they ever did for me or us. We ain't nothing to your great officers with their divine abilities, or whatever the fuck they are. We show our respect to you because we know we'd probably be up shit creek in some of these wars without you. We don't have to like your kind, and I don't. It's my damn right. So yeah, no, Lieutenant, sorry. I don't like Technomancers much.
What do you know about Anton Rogue?
Head man of the best friends, great. Really fantastic. Hell you asking me shit like this? How would I know? One of the most dangerous fucks on the planet? People say he's everywhere. Knows everything about everybody, even us simple soldiers who'd never lower himself to even share a drink with. If you're looking to deal with the guy, watch your ass. Dude's a snake with friends in some very high places. Stay the hell away if you can.
You've been a soldier a long time. Tell me about the army.
Best years of my life, stuck in the worst job. Sure, it's the best army on Mars. Best trained, best equipped, most disciplined. But with guys serving for over 10 years without a single fucking promotion? Hell's the point? Where's the enticement to be a hero? Wow, thanks, another shiny fucking medal. It'll make my casket real pretty one day. No thanks. The officers are either legacies who went to the right schools or folks like you who actually went to good schools. Army doesn't care about valor in combat. They care about privilege, in my opinion.
What can you tell me about our captain?
Sorry, Lieutenant?
I want you to speak freely. It's just us.
No, of course, Lieutenant. I just, Captain's a great lady. Bit strict and not always polite with her orders, but that's nothing to bitch about. Sure, she's got her reasons, and it's for her own good. And hell, she knows a lot more than what's going on behind the scenes than we do. Hell, she came from a family of officers. She's damn good at her job. Was meant for it. And I'm pretty damn proud to say she's the head of our unit. I'm just a little surprised you're asking me, Lieutenant.
What do you know about Colonel Victor?
Colonel Victor Watcher? He's, not someone I met or want to meet either. Not that I mean, I know Abundance is overrun with rebels and enemy spies, but it's just, word is, when it comes to him, best keep your mouth shut. So I'd prefer to follow that advice, if you don't mind.
What can you say about Anton Rogue?
Not all that much, I don't think. Head of the Voorhees mob, yeah? Heard he's not exactly a good man, if you catch my drift. A guy no one in their right mind would want to deal with. And, you know, being a soldier and all, I'm just an honest, hardworking guy, so I have no reason or interest to rub shoulders with him.
What do you think about Technomancers?
Aw, hell. Well, you're putting me on the spot, aren't you? Alright, well, you guys are strong and all that with your powers, no doubt. And honestly, you're only the second one I've ever met. First guy was at our place in Green Hope. He was a nice old guy. He taught us some terrestrial techniques, and, you know, obviously he was there for us if we had spiritual problems. But to be honest, I can't really compare him to you or any of the other ones here, of course. That said, honestly, I'm really proud to serve under you, Lieutenant. You're an example to try to live up to. I mean, you were just one of us regular people, and you became an officer and a Technomancer. It's really incredible and inspiring.
sounds great, but where do we start?
The slums. They must have gone home to ask for help, so we should pay their families a visit. I'm sure our escapees will be around.
I find it disgusting, chasing my own companions.
Great Master said the caravan would be right here. But the stand looks like it's been deserted. I'll question the neighboring merchants.
Are you looking for merchants? Got some things to buy, Lieutenant? You should have told me. I could have done it for you. We could probably find what you're looking for in another shop.
Yeah, right. Well, I never thought one day I'd find myself playing Gopher for some kid just out of school.
See the Technomancer? Shh, they're unstable. Anything can set them off. Something else. Okay, okay. We never see him around these parts.
My boy, I have offended you. I've lost something.
What'd you lose?
I mentioned one thing. Oh, I am sorry. In fact, it's about a friend. Charles? You remember Charles? No, you can't remember him. Silly me, you never met him. Anyway, Charles is a friend. A scientist co-worker. Way more successful than I must say. So, he's a friend, and I lost him. It looks like he disappeared, and I am a bit worried. I know that he was doing something important. Maybe he ran into problems because of that. Anyhow, it's hard to tell.
How do you want me to find him?
He has an assistant. Very nice. She used to make delicious pastries. Unless I'm mixing her up with someone else. Anyway, he had an assistant. I'm pretty sure of it.
I'll go find her. She mustn't. If she does, it'll turn out the professor is somewhere.
Maybe. It's true I did conferences as often as I used to. It's rather unfair. I used to love the cocktails they serve.
Hey there, I'm looking for Charles Seeker. You know where I could find him?
And you are?
Zachariah Mancer. Professor and I have a mutual friend who's worried about him.
I know the feeling. Haven't seen him for days. I'm Veronica Seeker, the professor's assistant. I got a message informing me he had taken an impromptu vacation, but it's not like him. He didn't even like to sleep, said it just wasted time. Even more than likely in the middle of the research he was doing.
Yeah, seems a bit off, doesn't it? Professor was supposed to start some research with a friend of mine as well. I'm sure he'd already started work on it before leaving. You know anything about it?
Of course. I was involved with the professor's research, though I shouldn't discuss it with anyone without his consent. But with that last name, Mancer, I suppose this technomancy research is of particular interest to you. Otherwise, most people barely bat an eye towards the scientific aspects of technomancer powers.
If you're concerned that the message wasn't really from the professor, did you report his disappearance?
To the authorities? Of course not. The authorities, Mr. Mancer, have far more pertinent issues than this, which I am sure will work itself out in time. Now, if you'll excuse me.
It's a damn shame. I have to admit, I would have loved to meet the man myself. Heard so many great things. Even read his work in genetics regarding the origins of the Primo-Celpia Earthlings with abundance. Brilliant man.
And the truth is, he would have been just as interested in meeting you. Technomancers fascinated him, though I'm fairly certain he'd never met one who had ever read his publications. I'm afraid the professor's vocal railings against the ASC and their ceaseless power grabs might have finally come back to bite him. He would even preach to his colleagues and the listeners at conferences. I would give anything to be wrong, of course, but hope is oftentimes incongruous with the reality we must come to face.
That's one good-looking woman. Too bad she's only got eyes for a professor.
Seems so sad. Lieutenant, why are we investigating the professor's disappearance? The captain never discussed it. It's not our order.
I've been working on something that'll help us in the long run. Something really important. I don't know how it's connected to this, but it is. You're gonna have to trust me.
Oh, I get it. You just want to solve a case on your own. I got your back, Lieutenant.
I can't take this anymore. I don't even have enough to feed my kids. My job feeds a damn 40 more than my own family.
Keep your mouth shut. You wouldn't be the first to moan and end up sleeping under the sun the next day.
I know, but how am I gonna survive?
Sell your diner and work for someone else. If you want to play it safe, live another day.
Make the slightest movement.
Yeah!
Oh, this place isn't like it used to be. The Curiosities Arena gets more violent by the day. It's because of all these weirdos.
I heard they're renting out rooms to terrorists in the Vori. How can you keep up a nice establishment with that kind of business model?
Okay, come on. Terrorists? Really? If people are saying terrorists are in there, why haven't they been arrested yet? It's a huge risk.
You know how it is. They're just opponents to some people. I'm sure they convinced the owner that they're just protesters.
Lieutenant?
Hey there.
Hey there back. What can I do you for?
You know much about the Vori?
Enough to say that even a guy like you should stay the hell out of their business. Ain't much crime goes down in abundance that don't go through them first. Some even say they're set up in the other corps too. Politicians may make the rules, but the Vori, they make the laws that run these streets. Mean bunch of dogs. Spill blood like bad beer. You scratch them, they'll kill you. And maybe your family too, just to make a point.
I hear the rebels meet up in here. That true?
Look, I don't ask your business. I just want your business. Serum to pay buys you a place to stay for a few hours. Ain't in a position to turn folks back here.
Sure. Not here to judge. Just here to hear what you can tell me.
Yeah, all right. They ain't nothing more than regular folks who got angry enough to do something about it. Maybe lost a loved one to the war, re-education camps. Maybe angry at the damn folks up top who don't give two good damns about us at the bottom. And sure, I'm sure there's a few in there with big dreams of making things better. But the bulk ain't nothing more than folks looking for a place to aim their rage. Maybe even find some hope. And that might not seem like a reason to you, when hope and rage are the last things one's got.
Officer, please, please help!
What's wrong?
My fiancé just disappeared. He's not like him. I know something's happened to him.
Talk to me.
Yeah, his name's Derek Labor. He's just a worker like me, but he's also this amazing fighter. He was trying to get us out of this life by winning in the arena. And he was. But then, you know, these people, bad people, became really interested in him, and after his last fight, a lot of serum flies around in fights like this. And he usually wins, which makes people lose serum, and then, I don't know. Please find him.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, new blood to the neighborhood. Name's Sam Rowe, bookmaker at the Curiosities. Which means I not only take bets on the fights, but I set them up too. So, whatever your flavor, I'm your man. You a betting man or a fighting man? Care to dance?
More a fighter, I guess.
Yeah, you've seen the sort. We got two types of dance cards, see? On-demand fights for the beauty of the sport, and a tournament where the fighters instead gotta take on a number of challenges. You win them all, you take the title, and a reputation to not fuck with you.
I'm looking for a man named Derek Labor. He fought here?
Sure, yeah, he fought a couple times. He's making a name for himself before he got himself caught in some shit. But you're asking me to speak out of turn, which could come back to bite me. That kind of risk should be worth compensation.
Another man with his hand out. How much do you want?
Let's just say I wouldn't have the same hesitation if I was having this conversation with a tournament champion. At least the winner of the first round.
I'll think about it.
opposition's spreading.
By opposition, do you mean terrorists? You seem quite sympathetic to their cause.
What? No! I'm just telling you what I've heard.
People have been denounced for far less. Keep your tongue in check.
Lost 10 doses of serum the other day. Bad bet in the arena at the Curiosities. Wife is gonna have my head if this keeps up.
Easier said than done. I know the thrill of a win. Reminds me, did you see the fight the other day? An unarmed man taking on a whole group of guys with knives? Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. No, I missed that one. Must have been one heck of an event. Wish I was there.
Good day. Care for some merchandise, officer?
I need information.
Don't we all? Unfortunately, I'm just a simple merchant who spends her day here, selling her goods, and probably knows little of anything that would interest you.
I need information.
Don't we all? Unfortunately, I'm just a...
It's become almost impossible to go through the underworks without bumping into one of those monsters. Yeah, the guards aren't working over.
Hello there. Feel free to browse.
I'm looking for a little information. Maybe you could help me.
If it's information regarding my merchandise, I'm a fountain of knowledge. If it's in regards to anything else, I'm afraid I have nothing to offer.
Bye.
Later.
Make the slightest move, you're a dead man.
Getting harder and harder to make ends meet. Just the other day, I had to push my oldest to work. But it just got away.
He's 14. Child
Hey, I'm looking for a guy. Used to fight in the arena. Name's Derek Labor.
Derek Labor? Yeah, I know who that is. Heard rumors going around about him lately. Oh yeah. Yeah, I heard Derek got himself into some shit with some Vori. He decided he didn't want to lose fights they were fixing or something. Just what I heard, but if it's true, I doubt you'll ever see him again. But you know, if you want to ask around, if it's about betting, talk to the bookie. He may know more. No one knows more about the fighters than he does.
Thanks. I'll do that.